What's going on, good peoples? Welcome to the channel. It is yours truly, Mike, here with you. And as always, thank you for checking out the channel, leaving a like and a comment down in the comment sections, whether it's my reactions or it's my NFL takes, college football takes, whatever it may be. Always, and is greatly appreciated. Thank you. And shout out to my JMU Dukes. We got to represent today. It's on the shirt right here. Got it mixed up which side of the which side the label is on. But shout out to my JMU Dukes. Put a real beat down on Appalachian State yesterday. You could low-key say that's our rival in now that we are in the Sun Belt because we leveled up and progressed a little bit more. And there's an opportunity that they could make the college football playoffs. With USF losing yesterday to Navy, there's a possibility. So stay tuned to that. Tune for that. But let's get to the fact of the matter of hand today. Today's video. Oklahoma beating Alabama at home in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. If that's not a big win that they needed on their record board, I don't know what is. That completely changes their destiny, the shape of the college football playoffs, and probably what's going to happen with the SEC championship game. Like so far, it's looking like Texas A&M is going to be one of the front runners to make it, and with Georgia beating Texas last night, they're probably going to be in it. But we cannot leave. What we cannot leave out Oklahoma. This was a huge win, big way to find a win on the road. Wins are already hard to come by, especially in the SEC, let alone just college football in general. But on the road, that's huge against a firepower team of Alabama, another firepower team. And I feel like as you watch the course of the game, and I kind of said that if you watch my reaction video. They had a couple, like both of these teams had a couple big runs. And I would say they probably had one big run, but the run game wasn't entirely there. That's just my personal opinion when I evaluated and looked at both of these teams playing during this course of the game, is that they didn't have like a crazy run situation. They had like maybe one play that busted open for like a huge chunk of yards. But as far as Oklahoma is concerned, I thought they diced up Alabama in the passing game pretty well. I thought their receiving, the passing was looking pretty well. Obviously, Alabama had 326 yards in passing. They were all over the place. But I feel like when it mattered most, I felt like Oklahoma was hitting on all cylinders in that aspect, in that department. Now, and it's tough to say because if you take away the two turnovers that Alabama had and the missed field goal, we'd be saying a little bit different things right now. We'd be saying Alabama, hey, great win. You're solidified. At this point, you might as well be solidified for the playoffs. But they took that loss and can't have those mistakes. Those mistakes really made a difference in this game and kept life in Oklahoma throughout the game. It kept giving them life. And obviously, we said it before. Shout out to John Mateer. Shaking and baking when it was a quarterback counter, quarterback keeper, trying to find the open man, making stuff happen with his legs. Shout out to him. And that was kind of like their bread and butter. And it's kind of been their bread and butter MO all season. It's the John Mateer show. And we can definitely tell now that his finger is not messed up anymore. It's not damaged. He's feeling pretty good. He's letting it loose. And that's good to see he's back in the face. But as a whole, this was an all-around great win. And we can't just give it all hats off to the Oklahoma offense. We gotta give some love and appreciation to their defense. Keeping pressure on Ty Simpson, making him make decisions. Obviously, one of them was a turnover. But making him make this, it was almost two turnovers because they got bailed out because of a pass interference. But I don't think you saw that safety sitting there in the end zone during the first half before they had to kick that field goal. But we gotta give love. We gotta give love to the defense. Oklahoma's defense showed up once again, causing pressure, getting back there, getting sacks to Ty Simpson. That's what we've seen. That's what we have seen all throughout the course of the year. That's what they've been known. That front seven, I've said it before. That front seven is going to get back there and get to you. And they were a huge difference maker. Huge difference maker in this game. Alabama's defense was a difference maker too. We can't leave that out. But they had 4 total sacks in that margin, getting back there. Obviously, the interception. But their defense really stood out. I know we talk about the offense, but that defense really stood out and helped keep them in the game and they had a player out. One of their best players wasn't even playing, which is the crazy which is the crazy thing about it. Now, as we look forward to the rest of the season, we haven't gotten the top 25 yet. It has not come out yet. It's gonna come out. I'm currently recording this around 11 o'clock today on a Sunday. You know, it normally comes out around like 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. I personally think, as far as the destiny goes for both of these teams, I definitely think Alabama is still a top 10 team. I still think they do, and I still think this will be their second loss. I still think they'll make it to the college football playoffs. Hear me out when I say this. The reason why Texas lost. With Texas losing, this puts them at 3 losses. So they're not making it to the SEC. Well, from what it looks like, they're not going to make it to the SEC championship. With Texas A&M and Georgia and Oklahoma, Alabama, they can't just be ahead of them. That's their 3rd loss. They probably won't make it to the playoffs or the SEC championship. So things are definitely about to shift there. So they're going to be out of the top 10. Now, this is Alabama's 2nd loss. Do I still personally think they're a top 10 team? Yes. I just said it before. I still think they're a top 10 team, and I think they'll probably drop to around 12. Because they lost to, where they at? Oklahoma's number 11. That's got to shift up, make some room for them a little bit. But I still think both of the teams are a top 12 team. Now, it depends on what happens with everybody else to make the playoffs. We still got to, more than likely, Ohio State and Indiana are probably going to play for the Big Ten championship game. And then Texas A&M and Georgia are probably going to play for the SEC championship game. Somebody's got to lose. Somebody's got to win. Point blank period. But I still think both of these teams will make it to the playoffs and will still be in the top 12 after this week's poll. Now, could I be wrong? Yes. But from what I've seen throughout the course of the year with both of these teams, and anything could possibly happen, more than likely both of these teams will bail out because they don't have to play in the SEC championship game. Oklahoma, their last 2 games are Missouri and LSU. I definitely think with what we've seen, if they can keep up this caliber type of play versus Missouri and LSU, they can win those games. I believe, obviously, it's going to be a close battle. But I personally think they can win those games. Not with ease, but they definitely can win those games. Now, as far as Alabama, we know the Iron Bowl is still up for play. And no matter how Auburn is looking, everybody knows the Iron Bowl is still a tough game to play in. Whether Alabama is looking great or Auburn is looking low, or it's the other vice versa. Well, I haven't really remembered that it was the vice versa. But the Iron Bowl is the Iron Bowl. It is still a competitive game. Alabama has to play Eastern Illinois too. I'm not really counting that game. So Auburn, the ball is in your court. If you want to shake up somebody's season, this is the opportunity. That is the opportunity to keep them out from making it to the playoffs. Do I personally think it could happen? Auburn has had a lot of shine moments, sparking moments this season. Possibly. We know those rivalries are intense, very much intense. Anything can happen, but I got Alabama winning that game. So, based upon all this, I still have, like I said, Alabama and Oklahoma still in the top 12, top 10. I still think both of them are top 10 teams, and I still think they'll make it to the playoffs. But overall, great game. Great Saturday night game. Tough, physical Saturday night game. That's what we love to see late in the season as we're getting, it's crazy because we're winding down the season, and I truly hate that we're almost done with football, especially college football. But as always, you guys, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are from the Alabama-Oklahoma game. What your thoughts are, your opinions. What do you think everybody will move and shift to as we get closer to 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon? But let me know down in the comments. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.